CAPSI podcast series, Conversations on African Philanthropy.
It's our 6th year of the African Conference on African Philanthropy. Everywhere where we go, we take the opportunity to experience the place, to experience the culture, but to also showcase the country in which we are doing the conference in. But we also use the opportunity to speak to delegates, record them for our conversations on African philanthropy. So welcome to the Conversations on African Philanthropy on the Nile River, where we are shooting some of our episodes. And in the next 5 days or so, we'll be speaking to different delegates, different actors, activists, foundations, government officials, researchers, you name it all. You want to find anything to do with African philanthropy, visit our channel on YouTube and other platforms, our Conversations on African Philanthropy. Welcome to our Conversations on African Philanthropy with me, Bhekinkosi Moyo. We are shooting this episode at the margins of the 6th African Philanthropy Conference held at the Gerhardt Center at the American University in Cairo, Egypt. I'm very excited now to be talking to Professor Mohsine Ahmadi, who is one of our partners in Morocco. We are currently implementing a project focusing on the contributions of the non-profit sector towards dignified and fulfilling jobs for young Africans, in particular looking at the African Union definition that puts young people between the ages of 18 and 35. And so we have been working with 17 other partners across Africa, in 5 Southern African countries, 5 West African countries, 5 East African countries, and 2 northern-based Africa countries, Morocco and Egypt. And I'm excited to take a few minutes to have a chat with you, Prof, on your partnership with us in Morocco. Welcome to the Conversations.
Thank you for having me on today.
Thank you so much. And we are doing this here at the margins of the 6th Philanthropy Conference, and you took part in a conversation yesterday at the opening plenary of our academic conference. And one of the things that we really wanted to talk to you about, and you did speak to the conference about, is probably the shifting dynamics within the Moroccan society at the moment. So maybe we can give our audience a snapshot of what Morocco is today, and where possible, draw from some of the historical experiences or trajectories.
Okay, thank you so much. First of all, I'm Professor Mohsine Ahmadi at the Qadi Iyad University of Marrakesh, and also a Moroccan researcher, a sociologist, and I'm very proud to collaborate with the Wits University, the Wits Business School, and also the CAPSI Center. So it is a tremendous, as I said, opportunity for us to reconnect with our African roots, also to collaborate to creating an African network for academics, for researchers, and why not, humanly speaking. So after all, we are said to be not Africans, but we are Africans. So this is one. The second thing, when you proposed to me to join the study on the African level, I was very glad, because this something will reconnect us with our roots and with our history, and maybe to recreate the dynamic that prevailed until the end of the 60s and the 70s. So now the program in itself, regarding the contribution of non-profit sector to the employment of young people in Morocco, in my view, is a very important topic, because it addresses the problem of young people in North Africa and in Morocco. And if we consider the weight of the youth population in the whole Moroccan social structure, then we notice that it's a very big portion. And if we don't take good care of this population, maybe you will lose the future.
Yeah.
So when you proposed to me this topic, I said, I jumped on the train and said, I'm part of it. And now we started working at different speeds. So, we are 17 countries, and you are the director of the orchestra. And I understand that each one goes, on its own speed.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Morocco is, jumped into this dynamic a little bit late compared to other countries.
Yeah.
But we went faster, my guess, because this is a very important topic for the government. This is also a very important topic for the civil society. And Morocco is a different way from other North African countries, experiencing its own modernization way, and wanting to combine between the modernity and authenticity.
Yeah.
That is to say, gaining in terms of modern elements, but not losing in terms of what is authentic to Morocco's history, to Morocco's identity. So the young population are trying to get into this dynamic, this social, political, economic dynamic, and the ways that are offered to this portion of population is, of course, the civil society. Civil society, because as I mentioned several times, Morocco young people are very engaged, socially speaking, even politically speaking, and they are one of the very rare societies where the political consciousness is impacting the social activism and vice versa.
Yeah.
So now, when it comes to the nonprofit sector, I would say it's a new it's a new field that should be studied with new concepts, new sociological and economic concepts. So these new concepts are coming from the social movements, from the civil society, which is a new branch of sociology and political sociology. So my role into this program is to shed light on the young population in Morocco from a sociological perspective, and to say what is going well, what is not going well, and how to improve what is not going well, and how to sustain what's running well. So the program in itself it's a brand new program. It has never been dealt with before from of course, an African perspective, and also from a Moroccan perspective. So I'm very happy to contribute to this program, but also that's why we are a little bit lagging behind other colleagues. So theoretically speaking, we are just discovering, maybe reshaping the literature that is going all around. So the Morocco's literary review showed us that the French impacts on the sociology in Morocco is different from the Anglo-Saxon one, from the American one, or the English one. And what we are trying to do is to combine between the two sociological traditions and coming up with our own view and with own analysis. This is when it comes to the literature review. Now, we finished with this first phase regarding the literature review, and we were surprised to see that few works are dealing with this very topic. And we are pioneers. Our team, the Morocco team, is pioneering in that sense. So now we shift to the second phase, which is the toolkit and the questionnaires. We worked on them very, deeply, and we noticed that some aspects of the toolkit should be changed and adapted
to the Moroccan context.
To Moroccan realities. So one of them, the impact of religion on the culture,
Yeah.
the impact also of politics on the culture.
Yeah.
And we started by an idea of a mindset regarding that there's no longer the dichotomy, the position between the state and the civil society.
Yeah.
But we think since, a few years that the state, the official power and the civil society are working hand in hand now just to make this shift more successful.
Yeah.
So we revised some aspects of the questionnaires and we come with slight modifications regarding maybe some sensitive questions
Subjects,
related to religion, to gender,
to sex, minorities,
and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And also we translated the toolkit from the English language into the French and the Arabic.
Yeah.
And that was, very interesting in terms of approaching the interviewees and talking with them in a language that they can understand. The civil society in Morocco is very, let's say, atomized. In the sense that some people are speaking only French and very good French, other Arabic and very classical Arabic, but the grassroots population, young population, are speaking Darija, which is a colloquial Arabic in Morocco. So we finished with this, and we had good collaboration with the CAPSI staff. The third phase will be the testing of the toolkit, and we'll start the testing very soon with the help of getting engaged widely into the inquiry itself.
No, so that's why I said that in your case, your study is not yet at the stage where we can talk about interim findings, but at least we could get a sense of some of the processes that have led to it. Of course, Morocco was one of the last groups to be brought on board, and so it's expected that you will, in a way, not be at the stage where others are. But it's a good thing because in your case, you are probably one of the very few that were able to do the literature review and then also develop and implement the questionnaire. In other partners, because we started with the project and it took us quite some time to finalize contracts. Universities are very bureaucratic. In the meantime, we then went ahead and recruited researchers to do the literature review. So you'll find that in some instances, the literature review is done by somebody outside the institution that is now implementing the project. And that has created a bit of problems because the people who did the literature review are not the people who are implementing the project. And so to create a transition there was a bit of a problem. But in your case, you are the person who did the literature review and you are continuing with the implementation of the project. So that's an advantage in a way. So I think the delay also became an advantage. The second part is that because you joined a bit late, you have the benefit also of hearing what other countries have been doing, some of the challenges that they've gone through and how they've tried to mitigate, etc., etc. So again, that's another advantage. The only disadvantage is that it's going to take a bit longer for you to complete the project, but that's not something to worry about, really. I wanted to also ask you a bit about what your experience has been consulting and engaging with different stakeholders. So, for example, when you introduce the project to government, what is the uptake? When you introduce the project to civil society, what is the uptake? But the youth themselves, because they are a very important stakeholder, what again are their reactions? So there's a stakeholder relations and management area there that I'm keen to hear how different countries are finding it.
First of all, I have to say something which is very important to know is that Morocco's state and government are giving us a huge room of freedom to inquiry, to investigate, to get access or to have access to data. And when I started first, I contacted an association called Tansift Association, CDRT. We finalized everything very well, but at the very latest moment, they withdraw from the project after for me, unknown reason. But I suspected that there are some, maybe some jealousy, some idea of why not working directly with the CAPSI, why this mediation. And also they know that I am not an easy guy, an easygoing guy when it comes to some principles and values. So I'm, and they know that on the financial assessments, I will be very tough. So we changed. We found another association, which is a Nakhil association, which is a very serious one. And they gave me and to my team full, let's say, a space of freedom, intellectual, academic,
and independent thinking.
And independent thinking. So, and even for the financial aspects, they were not so bureaucratic as with the CDRT. So the university itself and my faculty, the Faculty of Law, they were very excellent and they helped a lot. The only thing was, if we got the money directly from CAPSI, from MasterCard to the university, then I will be no longer the master of any process. I will be blocked by somebody else's decision.
And the bureaucracies of
the bureaucracy, But also, I didn't know, but I was not expecting, for example, that the budget will be, cut off dramatically. First, 30% for the taxation, 20% for the university, then only you have to work with 50%.
With 50%,
only, which is so a penalty. I felt that like a penalty. But we, the understanding of the Nakhil Association, they just reduced the percentage they were taken on the budget. Also, with the finance department, chief department, he was explaining how to not be overloaded by taxation and the in process. So he was helping that hand. Then we, once we sorted out the financial aspect and the budget aspect of, the study, we shift to other institutional relationship and treatment. So I visited a very key person in Rabat, working, in a ministry with the government, and he knows me, and he helped me a lot. He opened many doors. He provided me with very important data, and the Ministry of the relationship with the parliament and the civil society, they are hosting an annual meeting for all, civil society organizations, and they gathered in Marrakesh, and they gave me a huge opportunity to meet with thousands of civil society organizations, and everything was then open, even contacting the directors of the associations or the finance responsible into these associations, who got much more ideas than the director himself. So, and it's still going well. Another thing which is that should be highlighted is the Morocco civil society associations are very well informed about realities. So they helped us winning time and winning means, and they are also very mobilized in terms of letting people know and the international opinion, international organizations know about the realities. And there is no censorship.
Yeah.
So the officials are very helping in that sense. And you know, as far as you remain academic, scientific, and there is nothing, I mean, political behind, or even not like a let's say, ideological basis, so you can work as much as you know.
Yeah.
The only thing that maybe I can add when discussing with the government, the governments or some civil society organizations, something which is very important for them is the Morocco's territorial integrity should not be, discussed or questioned. And everything then is open. So we may criticize like some religious aspect of daily life, or even some political usage of the civil society, relations with the political parties, with unions, with the religious organizations. So that can be submitted to the rational analysis. But other thing, the integrity of the state, Morocco is not something that can be discussed. And so that we decide to integrate the southern provinces of Morocco to the national inquiry.
No, thank you so much for those inputs and experiences, because like I said, each country really gives us rich and valuable information about their own context. And as you have noted in the past, we try to have moments where partners come together, share their experiences. And of course, the next stage is now when everyone is, work is done, for now then to all of us come together and say, what is emerging from each of the regions, from each of the countries? And that would be one of the most beautiful moments for us to have rich information, data, landscaping from 17 countries with different cultures, different political backgrounds, different economic performance indicators, etc., etc. And so I'm really thankful that we had the opportunity to talk. So we'll find some time after your project is done for us to sit down again and look at your experiences now when you go to the field, because you still have to train a team of enumerators. You talked about translating the toolkit into several languages. The concepts that are in English translated to French, to Arabic, to local language is on its own is a fascinating thing. I mean, how do you translate one language into different, what do you lose, what do you gain?
Yes.
Then the young people themselves, when they now go into the field to execute the questionnaire and do the analysis, and then the conversations that you are going to have with government, with civil society, in now giving them the outcomes of the study and policy recommendations. So this is something that I will be very, very fascinated to talk about. And I want us to end by maybe hearing from you what your next steps are.
Okay. So the next step, right away after my return to Morocco, is for to finish the pre-test phase, and then jump directly into the large-scale questionnaires with all the associations that are willing to answer to the questionnaires. So this is one. The second, the phase of collecting data will be very heavy, very important. And what we do in this sense, the positive aspect of being a professor in a university is that I opened the way for PhD students to integrate our units, our scientific unit with some thesis on civil society, on philanthropy, on I have many students that are under my supervision, and also about employment of young people in Morocco. So this is the one. And those who are dealing with theoretical aspects of the topic will be engaged during the phase of the practical aspects of the inquiry. So they are well informed. Also, the positive aspect of being also an academic is that I master 4 languages. And I can jump from the semantic level of one language to another one with the terminology that is, we discussed a lot about the term itself, whether it can be translated into Arabic, into French by the one that is used in the English field or not. So this is also a positive aspect. And finally, the good relation that we can have with the officials, with the authorities, might open you the way to, to exercise directly with no mediations and with no constraints. And this is very important, the trust between the authorities and the academia. So the next phase will be very important in terms of collecting data, and the one after the analysis of the data. And as we mentioned here, we can set the bridge between the literature review and the findings. Not only that, but also we come back to the literature review just to show what is still, ongoing, and what should be, let's aside once for all, or we should the aspect that can be developed. And this is, I think, where we can be creative. Thinking in terms of Africanity, thinking of in terms of Moroccanity, and see what we can get from this reality to be known internationally.
Thank you so much, Prof. Thank you so much for making the time. We'll certainly come back and talk about the findings in a year or so. That was Professor Ahmadi, one of our partners in Marrakesh, Morocco. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you so much.
You've been listening to the CAPSI podcast series, Conversations on African Philanthropy.